Hey everybody, young Grasshopper here. Welcome to the Cliffside Bunker in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I'm doing a customization video. These are things that you can add to your table, you can purchase, and they're just going to enhance the gaming experience for everybody that you're playing with. In this video, I want to go over Grasshopper's Battle Dice. Grasshopper's Battle Dice. Yes, I've made videos for these in the past, but you know, what's one more, right? So Grasshopper's Battle Dice, and thank you for everyone that has been purchasing these, going over to Historical Board Gaming, going to the Young Grasshopper page, finding these, and not only purchasing them, but taking the time to write a comment how much they like them. I really appreciate that, guys. So I'll put a link in the description box of this video where you can go. It's a direct link straight to where you can purchase these at Historical Board Gaming. I want to first thank Big Al from Torch Lake, Michigan, and Doug Friend over at Historical Board Gaming, and my buddy Absolutely War Torn. And together we brought these to the market. I could not have done it myself. Everybody had a specific role in getting these to you guys, so I want to thank them and give them a big shout out for helping me and being a part of a small team that went through designing and manufacturing these. So let's get into it. What are you going to get when you purchase a set of Grasshopper's Battle Dice? Well, you're going to get 10 of these black dice, and they have a hit symbol on one side. You're going to get 10 of these green dice. They have a hit symbol on two sides. Blue for 3 sides and red for 4 sides. So already, if you don't know anything about these dice, already you're starting to imagine how they get used. Let me show you a couple things now. We've got a couple of battle boards here, and you can download these at Historical Board Gaming. The file, it's free, and it's available there. I'll put a link in the description box of this video, sending you somewhere where you can easily find these downloads, because some people have asked me where are they, and I guess they can't find them on the page even though they're right there. But so I'll put a link where you can purchase them. I'll put a direct link to axanallies.org where I share the links to where you can download these for free and print them. So I have here 1940 Global, and you can see obviously that a black dice is 1 hit symbol, green 2, blue 3, and red 4. So obviously you're going to use these in battle. We use the dice in battle, of course. So let's clear these off. Now, what are the best benefits of using these dice? Well, let's face it, first of all, they're gorgeous. They're beautiful. Not to pat myself on the back, I did not actually personally make each an individual dice, but they are gorgeous. We've got a beautiful symbol with a white pip in the center. That's a hit. Now, in Axes and Allies, what we do is we're going to get some regular dice, some regular 6-sided dice. You can see here. And for anybody who has played this game, obviously we know how to play, in the sense that if we're looking for 4 or less for any of these units, okay, there's 1 hit, 2 hit. So the problem sometimes with this game is obviously you have to roll your units at 1 separately from your units at 2 or less, same at 3. So you roll your 2 at less first, and then you pick it up and you gather the dice and you roll your 3 or less, and then you're counting along the way how many hits you have. Well, a great benefit to having these dice is that you can roll your entire combat round all at once. Now, I'm not saying you have to. Sometimes it makes you cringe that your entire combat round is based on just 1 roll, but it does make the game go faster, especially if everybody around the table has bought into using them, and everybody is using them in a way where it's like your entire combat round gets rolled, and if everybody abides by that system, then your games are going to go much faster. But even if everybody does not abide by using Grasshopper's battle dice, it's going to be really fun for you to roll them, especially if a lot of these white hit symbols come up. So let's put some units on the battle board. We're got a battle board here for 1940 Global, 2nd edition, and these are the attackers. Sorry, I got this a little backwards. I'll put these up as defender, defending, and defending. So we got the attacker. Germany's coming in with a bomber. Got Butterfingers tonight. 3 fighters on attack, these tanks, and these infantry. So obviously I don't think a demonstration is necessary, but we're gonna do it anyway. So let's start with the attacker. Germany has 7 infantry, so they're rolling at 1. The black dice are the symbols that have, let's just get this out here for reference. Probably should be playing right on the battle board, but let's do this. This is a great accessory, having the battle board printed right on the map. For those of you that have the map, you can testify to that. So we have 7 at black. So 7 at black, here we go. We got 2 hits. So right away, the information recognition is instant, okay? You know, these symbols really pop. I designed them in a way so that all the symbols are the same color. So the engraves are all white. That's why I didn't really go with a yellow or a white dice. Like people asked, hey, why didn't you use yellow? The reason being is because I wanted all these hit symbols to be the same bright white so that they pop and the information recognition is very easy. So there's 2 hits. Now, in a normal game, you would have to roll your 1s, roll your 3s, roll your 4s. But let's do this again. And we've got here attacking, we've got 10 tanks at blue. You know what, I only have 1 set with me. Let's make this, there we go. So, so we have 10 units here at 3 or less. You can tell I don't really think out my videos before I just start. And I'm missing 1. Here it is. So we got 10 blue, we got 7 black. We can keep going by adding a red for the strategic bomber. So we got our blacks, we got our blues, we got our reds, we got 7 at 1, we've got 10 at 3 or less, and 1 at 4 or less. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna roll my entire combat round. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. 8 hits, and now I can say you're up. So that was pretty fast. And like I said, if everybody's buying into using these, your games will go much faster. So let's do 1 roll for the defense here. We got 8 at 2. We got 3 at 3, which is blue dice. You'll get very, it'll come natural which color is for which. We got reds, which is our 4 at less. We got 3 fighters. And again, the defender is going to roll their entire combat round at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And done. So that's how your game can get quick, but it's a lot of fun just rolling everything at once. Not saying you have to. Like, for example, if you're nervous about all your eggs in one basket, just roll your 7. Your 7 at ones, and I got 2 again. Good rolling. And then go ahead and roll your blues, roll your red separately if you like. But gorgeous dice. I'm glad they're on the market. Very proud of them. I appreciate all of you for purchasing them. I want to show you a couple of more things while I've got you here. I've got a little jail here. There's a dice in here. I call him Jailbird. So when we were getting these sets, we asked for a sample, right? We wanted to make sure everything was right. And we weren't going to proceed getting hundreds of sets without a sample. So they sent us a sample, and they gave us, they sent us here Jailbird. And what's great about Jailbird, there's two things about Jailbird. Let's bring him out. He's been in here a long time. So we have a blue dice with 4 hit symbols. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That was a defect. Jailbird is a defect. And it helped us. It was great that we got Jailbird. It helped us because we were able to go back to them and say, listen, we got a defect here. This might be a problem if this is... now, they weren't going to send us extras to compensate for any defects in the sets, but once we showed them Jailbird here, they sent us some extras. So that's great. Now, the problem with Jailbird is that you may have one of his close relatives in your set. So I suggest if you have a set, just go over them, look over them. We have not had a single incident with all the dice sets that we've sold. We have not had anybody come to us and tell us that they have a corrupt dice. It's good that we have not had that problem, but I just want to ask you guys to double check your dice. But anyway, it's fun having this guy. He is in this jail for good. He does not get out. He does not get mixed with the rest of our apples here. He's a bad apple. We don't want him in the bushel. Except for tournament at Sire Blood's Bloodbath. But anyway, he might make an appearance there. So one last thing that I want to let you guys know is take a look. So I have here a box, and instead of doing a whole customization video about this, inside, and it's just a plain box, I found this on the side of the street, and I immediately thought dice tray, of course. And I took a mouse pad and I cut the corners and I put it in there to fit like that. So I want to show you, I'll take 3 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. Now, you can see in there. So what the mouse pad does is it really makes the dice react. Now, I'm not talking about Grasshopper's Valley, I'm talking about any dice. So when talking about mouse pad, I mean the backs of the mouse pad. Okay, so right there, we got the mouse pad that you have beside your computer. And on the back though, when we roll on it, look at the way they jump around. It's funny because they jumped around and I didn't get a single hit. We need a better promotion for these dice. Look at the way they're jumping around there. I found this out and I thought this is either really cool or really bad. So I had my buddies try it out and test it out, and they didn't like the way that they were just jumping around, but they continue to roll inside the box. This might be really cool if you have only a small box and just, or maybe you have a guy that just does this, right? And just drops them and they splash and they don't even roll, right? But let's do one more roll here and show you just how much these things have a mind of their own. See, very cool. So great thing is Doug over at HBG has lots of mouse pads. So if you're interested in this idea and you're over at HBG, maybe spend $1 or whatever it is for one of HBG mouse pads while you're there, right? Well, guys, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Thanks for going and purchasing the dice. It's one of the few ways that I make income, and it's really great support. One last thing, if you've bought these dice and you really like them, and I do get text messages and emails and comments on YouTube that their group just loves them, do me a favor and go to the description box of this video, click the link sending you to Grasshopper's Battle Dice. Not to purchase them, you already have a set, but please take the time to leave a comment. I really want Grasshopper's Battle Dice to be the most reviewed product over on Historical Board Gaming. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing my videos. Thanks for liking and the comments. And until next time, may all your rolls be ones. Cheers.